here in Panama City Beach, Florida at the Skywheel, where it's officially lit up in celebration of Rock Your School. From West Bay Elementary, Rock Your School Live starts right now.
Is better than Christmas morning, so that's just how much excitement's in the air.
So apparently West Bay was a little too loud in the beginning because you guys brought that energy for Rock Your School. So this is Miss Moss and Miss Good, the assistant principal and principal.
They couldn't hear you?
We're not sure. We don't know. They were too loud in the background, which is an amazing thing. Now, this morning we started off with an assembly, and one of your kindergartners kind of stood out a little bit.
Do you mean Elvis?
I mean Elvis right here. Elliot is in kindergarten. Elliot, how you doing?
Good.
How was Rock Your School Day?
Good.
What did you do on stage? Oh yeah, strike your best pose. There it goes, buddy. Oh yeah. Elliot, what did you do on stage with everybody today? Tell them what you did this morning.
Danced.
You showed your best dance move. So, Elliot, show me your best dance move. Go. Go, Elliot. Go, Elliot. Go, Elliot. All right. Before all the cameras go on down, let's give it up one more time for West Bay Elementary, Miss Good and Miss Moss, and Elliot. We're going to take a little look about this morning. We had an assembly like we were talking about, and it was like no other. The energy was incredible, and we want to give you a little behind-the-scenes look at the magic. So check it out. That was just a little look behind the magic from this morning. I have Hope and Wade with me now. Talk about this morning before we introduce our special guest that's over here in the corner. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, as you know, it's Rock Your School Day, but the Get Your Teach On team set a goal for Rock Your School this year. We wanted 50,000 educators to participate. Well, we have news.
Uh-oh.
We are over 50,000, so we are 50,000 educators and counting. And again, that's just teachers that have registered. And we know most teachers don't follow directions.
Exactly. They don't check those emails. They don't check those emails.
They don't check their emails. So that is incredible. I have seen things rolling in all day. If you've been following the hashtag, look, I've gotten like emotional. And I know that I just recently had a baby, so hormones, But I mean, just emotional over what happened in education today. People even messaged me that aren't even part of education and said, this is what education should be. And so I'm so thrilled with this educational celebration, and we're just so proud of the amazing educators out there.
And Wade, talk a little bit about this morning you were talking about, just what Rock Your School is and the impact that starts today but carries on for the rest of the year.
Rock Your School, we wanted to start Rock Your School because we felt like there are teachers all over the place. They're doing fantastic lessons inside of their classroom, and they want to create those moments for their students, but there are also teachers who aren't surrounded by that. And so Rock Your School Day is a day where all teachers, it doesn't matter if you're isolated on an island by yourself and you want to do these things, you can feel confident in today knowing that you have a group of people who are so pumped up and excited about doing the same things you are. And so today we got to experience that like Hope was talking about, but we got to see it on these kids' faces and what Steve brought and the passion and the excitement, but not only how exciting it was, but how rigorous it was too. The content, the science behind everything, just so cool.
And it wasn't just here at West Bay that this was happening.
Right.
It was all over the world. Like Hope said, over 50,000 teachers went above and beyond their classroom to engage their students, which is truly incredible. Now, you might notice a fourth member of the Get Your Teach On crew up here. I mean, did you not get the memo about the shirt?
I know. I was thinking about it.
He had it earlier.
I was covered in Diet Coke and Mentos.
I know. Steve.
I know. I'm sorry. It's fine.
Oh, my
Don't worry.
word.
You're okay. This is exactly how they were today, weren't they? They were wild. There were surprises all over the place. For me, it's so much fun to look out at their eyes and just see, and then the teachers as well. Because they're the ones doing the heavy lifting. Honestly, our teachers in the classroom. So we get a chance to get the kids a little pumped up and excited and hand them to them almost as a gift. And they take it as a gift, and then they knocked our socks off. They were amazing today.
They did.
Now, Steve Spangler, this morning, you did, I'm just going to call it an experience. I mean, it wasn't just a little assembly. On the schedule, it said assembly. That was no assembly that I've ever seen. I mean, the things that you did this morning were incredible. And every kid, adult, anyone in the room, including us,
I was like this in front.
all of our jaws were on the
Hilarious
floor.
I was looking up. You're like a kid. You're right there with these kindergartners that were in place. You know what? That's what makes it fun. Is when we make it accessible and kids see something that's not. There wasn't fancy equipment here. What did we have? Toilet paper, leaf blowers. We had Diet Coke and Mentos, diapers. I mean, these were things that were accessible, and things that weren't, we sent them back in their classroom. And I think that we went through that entire period of time that says, don't try this at home, don't try it at home. We are now in a new generation that says, not only try it at home, but make it even better. And that's what we got to see today.
And you really inspire kids, not just with the big kind of things, but with the content and focusing on being a scientist and having that love for science and inquiry and really that problem solving that carried through your whole presentation this morning.
Oh, you're nice
so
to
that
say
was
it.
really amazing.
Isn't it kind of fun? President Kennedy back in the 50s looked right into the camera and said, we're going to the moon and I need scientists and engineers. And this is our chance as teachers who are watching this tonight. This is our chance to look into the eyes of our children and say, we've got a job for you. We haven't even invented it yet.
Yes.
But if you like to wonder, discover, explore, ask questions, there's something waiting for you. And all I have to do is to make you fall in love with it. That's our job now.
Yeah.
They got to fall in love, and everybody who's watching, we just foster that passion, and they'll find it. They don't know what they're going to do yet, but we know that it's focused. Yeah.
This is why he's my new favorite person.
She's been talking about you all day. All day.
It's been
She's
so
like,
much
"Steve
fun.
Spangler,
Are
Steve
you
Spangler,
kidding?
You're amazing.
It's
Now
been
wait,
so much
what was
fun.
your favorite part this morning? What were you most blown away by with Steve this morning? I'm going to give the viewers at home just a little glimpse into what happened.
Yeah.
If you had to choose one, I know it's hard.
We lit things on fire. That was nice.
I mean,
That's
that
always
was
a crowd
that was
favorite,
so
huh?
cool. I mean, I really loved it. So Steve would bring kids up to the front, and they were. He involved them with the lesson, but what I really loved is when he really engaged not the students who were up there, but the like we were talking about earlier, the teachers and the students that were out in the audience. Like I could look back behind me, and those kids were all so excited. I had to like hold them back because they wanted to just learn more, and they couldn't contain themselves because they knew what was going to come next, or they wanted to infer on what was coming next. And so I think overall, with all of the experience. They're not experiments. What'd you call them today?
It really is. You said it right. It was an experience.
Experience.
And that's what we're talking about is when we create these best day ever moments, right? When
Right.
you rock your school, it's all about three things. It's all about engagement. It's all about building a connection and creating an experience. And when those three things come together, you always get that kind of best day ever moment. And how many little
you got
kids,
'em.
was that the sweetest thing? To have a little kid come up and hug you and look at you in the eyes and go, best day ever, man.
Yes.
And you go, wow.
Those are the moments we live
Moments
for.
last forever.
Exactly what we live for,
Yep.
and this is what you do, and this is what this movement, this Get Your Teach On movement, is so amazing.
And that's why it's such a perfect connection that you were here should we let them in on a little secret, Hope? What do you think?
Do I get to do this?
Yes, I think. But before we do that,
I love that.
after this break,
Such a
no, just
jerk.
kidding, we're not going to do that. We want to thank our friends at Really Good Stuff for bringing Steve
Yeah.
here today to West Bay Elementary. And you gave these teachers and students a little something from the Steve Spangler collection to walk away with, so it doesn't stop today. So talk a little bit about what you gave everyone.
Well, we were talking about building connections and what it's like when people connect with one another. So we gave them this little energy stick. There are now hundreds of parents that are hearing this sound. Let's see if you can hear it. So it's a stick that has a battery and there's some LEDs. But if you touch here and you touch here and you form the circuit, you get that. See? Now listen.
Wow.
Can you hear it? Yeah? So now there's hundreds of these. But here's what's so cool about it is Hope, if you hang on here and then you and I touch this way, see how we connect?
Yes.
Well, the Guinness World Record is over 1,000 kids all connected to one energy stick. And we sent them back and said, I think it only works with 1 or 2 people. And in their class, they figured it out. It's like, there's more.
Wow.
And we planted the seed, which I think is a beautiful thing. Great teachers are made by the teacher next door. And I've had a million great next door teachers, you know. So I just learned these little techniques along the way. When you seed it and let them go and they discover it on their own, they keep it forever.
Can we
It's a
try with all
secret.
4 of us right
Let's
now?
do it. All right.
Okay, here we
All right,
go.
So here we go. So hang on in between here. All right, here we go. You ready here? I'll reach over and touch. Ready, set.
That closed
Nice
circuit
job.
right there.
That is awesome.
Look at that.
Fun, more fun, more fun.
Awesome.
It was awesome. And to see them go home and do something with it, who knows? It's sitting there on their bedstand, or it's sitting all night, or who knows? They're going to come across it and they'll never forget this experience. As long as we create experiences, that's different than activities. Experiences change the way we think, feel, see, and behave.
Now, see, before we give them in that little surprise that we teased earlier,
Uh-oh.
you've had a lot of accomplishments. You've been on the Ellen Show. You've traveled schools all over the country talking to teachers and students. What was special about this morning?
It's always when you look at the children and then you go past the children and look at the teachers, when they are so proud of what they've created, the fruits of their labor, and they got to see it today. There's so much respect in this room. These kids know how to be excited and wild, but they also are so respectful. And so the favorite thing for me is to see a teacher say, the hard work's paying off. And that's the great part. When that hard work pays off and the kids have that sense of wonder, that's the best thing ever.
So, I think we've kept them waiting long enough. What do you think?
I think so. And I love a good surprise. I love being able to give the surprise. And so you missed out on Steve Spangler today if you were not here at West Bay Elementary. But you do not have to miss out on Steve Spangler this summer at the National Conference, because he is going to be joining us as a keynote speaker, and my life is made.
Oh my gosh. Honey, book the tickets. Here we go. Holy moly. I'm so excited. This is as exciting, but it's more exciting for me because you imagine walking into that room and stepping on that stage with that energy that's in there. That's life-changing for a speaker, and so I can't thank you enough. I'm so excited.
The honor is ours, and I know that everybody out there is going to be just as excited as I am. And, I mean, it's a shame that you have no energy.
Just tell the people in the front row to bring ponchos, all right? So, and
we
have
love
insurance.
a good mess.
Ponchos.
We love a good
They'll
mess.
be in the wet zone. We'll just
That's
label
right.
it as the wet
Ponchos
zone.
and insurance. Either one of those is fine.
So if you want to see Steve Spangler next summer at Get Your Teach On's National Conference, tickets are already on sale, and it's going to be in Orlando. Maybe we
fun
need a
is
Disney
this?
trip.
This is
Signs
great.
of Disney?
Yeah,
We can plan
we'll
it.
do it all.
Okay, we'll do
Do
it.
it all.
Tickets are now on sale at getyourteachon.com. Hope, Wade, and Steve hope to see you there. So hopefully we'll see you before then, but if not, we're definitely going to catch up with you next summer. Thank you, Steve, so much for being here. Now, Wade, you had an exciting launch with Hope and Stacey Irving Jr. this week. Talk a little bit about how you rocked not just your school, but the week
Yes.
with a new program. It got hot in here when Steve opened that book with fire, but it's been getting hot in some classrooms as well with some sweat.
So, Hope, Steve, goodness gracious, I about said Steve Spangler, you didn't do class fit.
He's going to now.
Stacey Irving Jr., Hope, and I, we really worked hard on this new initiative about incorporating fitness inside of the classroom. And we challenged teachers this week to start incorporating it in their classroom with their kids. Sweating, just getting active, that motion and movement. It's just one of those things we're super passionate about at home, but we're also very passionate about allowing teachers these resources to be able to incorporate inside of their classroom. So all over the country this week, we've seen the teachers and their kids sweating it and grunting hard, but having fun exercising inside of the classroom. So really want to continue that. It's not just this week, it's every week. You can challenge your teachers, your students and your fellow teachers. I think you did some at home by yourself,
Yes,
right?
I did. Yes, I'm
just
very
pop
proud.
it on the computer
That
and
was
get
a shock
started.
for
You might
everybody.
notice the muscles there.
They're
the
there.
Six-pack under here now. It's all good. It's all
Oh, that's
good.
great. That's great. You can eat all the Cinnabons that you want.
Oh
Yes.
boy.
Yes, please.
Don't encourage that.
But yeah, if you're doing ClassFit, we really want to know. Hashtag #GetClassFit on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We want to see what you guys are doing. We really, really want to spread that.
Let's check out some more information about ClassFit.
What's up, everybody? Hope and Wade King here with our good friend Stacy Irvin, here to bring you a brand new series called ClassFit.
Hope and I are very adamant about incorporating fitness in our everyday life, but also in the classroom. And so we couldn't think of a better person to help us along this journey and share this initiative than Stacy Irvin Jr.
We are so excited about providing you with resources that's going to bring motion and movement directly to your classroom while helping your students develop an understanding and also develop a hunger for exercise and keeping those bodies healthy every single day.
Exercise is important. Keeping that fitness is extremely important so you can move freely, you can have high energy, and you can live your best life.
Are you ready to get ClassFit?
So if you're ready to get ClassFit, are you good?
Yeah, I'm just
Oh my goodness.
I didn't know I got tickets to the gun show over here. I thought they charged extra for that. All right, so if you want more information about ClassFit, you can go to getclassfit.com. But we're excited to announce that ClassFit videos are now available at UNICEF Kid Power. So UNICEF Kid Power has been a partner with Get Your Teach On for so long now.
Yes.
They do amazing things for students. So each ClassFit video your class completes.
It's all right. It's been a long
You're good.
day,
It's been a
but-
long day.
It's okay. We've been up since 3 a.m. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. Each ClassFit video your class completes. There we go. The echo in my ear too. It's okay. We're going to push through. You're going to be helping children all around the world while completing those kid power pups.
Yep.
So go to unicefkidpower.org for more information on that. I remember that. There we
There you
go.
go. It works.
Good job, buddy.
Now, Wade had an announcement. Now I'm going to turn things over to Hope, and this has never been heard before. So before we make this next announcement, I want to make sure there's as many Edge Your Rock stars in here as possible.
Oh,
so
here we
I'm
go.
going to need, you already know what's coming. I'm going to need everyone to hit the little share button right there in the comments, it won't leave you, and let everyone know that Get Your Teach On is about to make a huge announcement about Get Your Teach On Next Level. So we want as many teachers in here possible. So go ahead and share that out. And if you do, you just might be chosen to win a special something.
What are they winning?
News to me.
Chris just gives things away.
He does.
I'll pay
He's
for
like
it.
Santa
I'll pay for
Claus.
it. It's fine. It's fine. I'll pay for it.
Santa Claus.
That's what he always says.
All right, so go ahead and share that button. Let everyone know that Get Your Teacher Does announcement right now. And Hope, I'm going to turn things over to you for this really exciting announcement.
Okay, well, actually, we kind of briefly talked about this way back when there was like a massive storm in Florida, right? And I think I froze 12 or 15 different times.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, Get Your Teach On is so excited because we are taking things next level. So a lot of you have been to Get Your Teach On. You've come, you've learned engagement techniques, strategies that you can take back to your classroom and use with your students. But now we're going to kick things up a notch. And so the Get Your Teach On team is excited to introduce Get Your Teach On Next Level, which is where we're going to dive deeper into a focused content area. So if you come to Get Your Teach On, you're going to get an overview, things that you can implement with any content area. But now we're going to dive deep into math and ELA, and we have a location and a date.
Drum roll, are we ready?
So, Get Your Teach On Next Level will be taking place in Atlanta, Georgia
Yes!
on September 28th
home.
and 29th, 2020. So we are bringing it to our home. We are so excited about launching this for the first time in Atlanta. Many of you have begged for an Atlanta location. And you can have come to get your teach on and come to this, or even if you've never been to get your teach on, if you want to focus on ELA and math and get strategies to really, really dig deep into those standards, then this is going to be the conference for you.
Yeah, so for next level, you're going to register for a whole experience of ELA or a whole experience of math and science and really dive into that content and get deeper, like Hope said. So, for more information on that, stay tuned to get your Teach On Live every Monday night. Registration is going to open very, very soon. Now, it might seem like a long way away, but those seats are going to fill fast because we've never done it before. So stay tuned to get your Teach On Live every Monday night so you can be there for get your Teach On next level. Now, wait, you were busy rocking your school earlier this week before we got to Panama City Beach.
I was.
So talk a little bit about your lesson.
Yeah.
And this was your first one you did without Hope.
Yeah,
usually you do it all together.
Yeah, most of the time we do them together. I decided to do a room transformation, and I love comic books, and we all know that. I think everyone knows I love superheroes. But I'm working at a different school this year, and I realized when I started working at this school that middle school kids, it doesn't matter where you teach, they're middle school kids. And the same thing these kids get excited about, like The Flash, Green Arrow, I mean, these kids do too. And so I said, I'm going to incorporate that inside the classroom. So I decided to turn my room into the Bat Cave. And we did a lot of some westward expansion reviews. So this is my classroom before. And it took a lot of work. Worked on this
so cool.
Saturday and Sunday. Had some great props here.
He did not use Scotch tape.
I did not use Scotch tape.
If you know, you know.
But you're looking right now at 4 different sections of the room. So I worked at kind of like stations inside the classroom. So the students worked on a timeline. This timeline activity, they had 50 seconds or 5 minutes to study this timeline. Then they had 50 seconds to go collect timeline cards, bring them out, and then formulate a timeline. And they absolutely, this is probably one of their favorites. And then they all had this pretty much superhero training companion guide packet. And so they would walk around to all these stations, but this is how I held the kids accountable to the content and what they were doing. So there was a Nightwing station. I was Nightwing, of course, all day long. Love being a superhero. If you don't know who Nightwing is, it's Robin all grown up. So Green Arrow station, where they worked at this station to complete westward expansion reviews, and then they would shoot the arrow for bonus points. There was also a detective station because Batman, Robin, Nightwing, they're all detectives, and so they had to use Hope's neon read-on strategies to pull out the text with the highlighters because I had black lights in the room, and they had to use those to summarize westward expansion primary and secondary resources. So it was a lot. It was a lot of content. But it was so much fun. The kids walked in there and I said, don't trip over the Bat Cave. They just were so appreciative all day long. And I really wanted to do it today, but obviously we're here. So we did that Monday and Tuesday. It was a great, fantastic event. But just because I wasn't at my school today, that doesn't mean other teachers weren't killing it at Kings Ridge Christian School.
That's right. Like Hope said, over 50,000 educators across the world participated in Rock Your School Day today. And of those 50,000 were some special people from King Ridge.
Yes.
So, wait, you're going to call them?
I'm going to call them on the phone.
We're taking it back old school.
We're throwing it back. Throwing it back.
Throwing it way
dial
back.
up. Dial up.
See if they're here.
And talk about what they did today.
Hey, how are you? Who is this? Tell us all who's there.
All right, so this is Lauren Valentino, and this is Rosanna Osorio.
Hang on real quick. Can't hear you. Hello?
Hey, can you hear us?
Yeah, say it all over again. I'm sorry.
All right, this is Lauren Valentino and Rosanna Osorio. And we teach 5th grade at Kings Ridge.
Awesome. Y'all, these teachers stinking killed it today. Like, just worked so hard. I was so blown away. If you could just kind of share a little bit about what went on throughout the school as it's coming up on the screens here.
Okay, perfect. So that's my room. I transformed it into kind of like a football theme. And in English, we had different stations. They had to construct their own sentence from that little concession stand looking area. They had to analyze a text and find all the parts of speech we've been studying. And then they had to basically play like vocabulary taboo before they could get points from like the field goal headband game.
That is awesome. And what was your students' reaction when they walked in this morning and saw your rooms completely transformed like this, something outside of the box to engage them with all that content you just talked about, what was their reaction?
Well, so when they came into the school, our rooms were locked and closed, and the windows were blacked out so they couldn't see inside. And there was a sign that said "Do not enter." So they could not wait to see what was inside. And as soon as the bell rang, you could just hear cheers in the hallway. They were so excited to go in. When they walked in, they had big smiles on their faces. Their mouths, their jaws dropped. They were so excited. They had no idea how we did it. They're like, "Where are the desks? Where's the whiteboard?" Because we both did room transformation. So they just wanted to know everything, all the details.
Oh my gosh, I hate that I could not see that today. I mean, these people at home, these teachers have been talking about this for so long, coming to my room, sharing their ideas. That's what education is all about. It's just awesome to be part of a community that's just willing to lift each other up and to just give back. And I wanted to tell, because all the kids, they were kind of looking in my room on Monday and Tuesday, and I wanted to tell them so bad, you just wait until Thursday. Your teachers, they got something planned for you. So, but you guys absolutely killed it. Do want to give a shout out to my across the hall partner, Mary Hannah. She killed it today. I just saw that.
I want to know what the blacklight lesson was.
What was the black? Oh, that was Mary Hannah's.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so hers was on Edgar Allan Poe, and so they analyzed, I think they were analyzing his text, I guess, I'm not sure which one, and they had to identify mood.
Mood, yeah,
that's
mood.
awesome.
That's amazing. Well, we're going to let you guys go. Y'all killed it
Great
today.
job
Yes,
today.
you definitely rocked Kings Ridge.
Yes.
So congratulations on a great day. Your students are so lucky to have you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
All right, let's check out this video of more teachers from King Ridge and how they rock their school.
So for today's Rock Your School, we took topography and made it collide with some ecotourism, and I have a few students here going to tell you exactly what we did.
So this is a three-dimensional island, which we changed into a two-dimensional map.
How we did it was we got some water and we poured it in, and then we traced the outside, and yeah.
And after tracing 6 or 7 lines, you get a giant contour map.
So in this unit, we're learning how to read contour maps and how you can have eco-friendly adventures like base jumping from a high slope.
So, we've called you here today for an important mission. You're to help the FBI solve the case of the broken vase. I'll be giving you your file photos in just a moment. But you'll each get an official case file from the FBI. And we will explain exactly what you're doing in this today to help us solve it. We're going to be finding out who the suspects are and trying to identify them as who actually knocked over and broke the vase. Last week, Ms. Marble came home to find a broken vase in her home. There were traces of fur next to the broken pieces, so she inferred that her cat, Sugar, had knocked over the vase. It seemed obvious until she remembered that Mrs. Chalk, who was wearing a fur coat, had come over to drop off a book she borrowed last week, and the book was sitting next to the vase. Mrs. Marble also saw on the news that an earthquake had occurred in her town of Clay. Then Mrs. Marble remembered that Mr. Marble had been home taking a nap and that sometimes he walks in his sleep. The FBI is now investigating the case of the broken vase. There are 4 suspects. Sugar, the cat who often jumps on furniture. Mr. Marble, the sleepwalker, who could have knocked over the vase in his sleep. Mrs. Chalk, the neighbor who left the book on the table near the vase. Or the Clay earthquake. Maybe the earthquake caused the vase to fall over. The FBI's created an accurate description of the suspect. It's your turn to see which of the suspects knocked over the vase.
Hey everyone, we just finished our first game of Grudge Ball at King's Ridge. Basically, we had 3 teams. Each team answered questions. If they got a question right, they got to decide which team to take points from and build a grudge against each other. They could also earn the shot to shoot a basket, a 3-pointer, or a 2. The Pete team just won this game. They were a really good opponents today. This was a highly engaging game because everyone was involved, everyone was excited, and everyone was showing what they knew to get ready for our history test tomorrow. Did you guys like this game? Yeah! Are you ready for questions? Are you ready to rock?
That's what Rock Your School is all about. Teachers collaborating, working together, and stepping outside of the box like never before. Now, we want to share a story of something really special that happened that we just heard about on Instagram from some teachers who went above and beyond for Rock Your School Day. So, do you want to tell it? You want me to tell it?
You tell it.
Okay.
You're a great storyteller.
So, once upon a time. No, just kidding. So, we found out on Instagram that unfortunately, a teacher who was planning on rocking her school today had a family emergency last night and wasn't able to set up her room or her lesson. So her colleagues, without her knowing,
had no clue,
went into her room, set up her entire room and lesson for her so she could rock her school today with her students. So that's what it's all about, working together to celebrate education, to do things for our students, and collaborate like that. So
yeah, we're all teachers together. We're not isolated on an island, and so that represents that really well. It's just,
yeah, that's what I love
hats
about
off.
Rock Your School. As much as this is about the kids and creating an experience for them, it's also about creating community.
Right.
Because that's how education is truly going to change and be the best that it can be, is if we're all in this together. And that's what I love about Rock Your School. It's like one big family. I mean, I feel like the people that are doing these lessons out there today, even though I'm not in their school, I'm just like cheering them on. I'm so proud of them. I'm so excited. And so like Wade said, there are many educators who might be the only person in their building thinking this way, thinking outside of the box, creating a true experience like Steve said. But you're never alone, because there's always other people out there that think like you, and this is proof of that today.
And the crazy thing is, I feel like I was in the planning process for all this because we saw it on Instagram. We saw you shopping at Target, shopping at Walmart, shopping at Dollar Tree, getting ready last night, and then we saw the final product today with your students, and it was absolutely amazing. So my challenge to you right now is to, in the comments, talk about your lesson today and what it meant for your students. If you can post a picture, share a picture in the comments, because like we said, Rock Your School does not end here.
No.
It's going to continue. So let's get in the comments as many ideas as possible to rock our school all year long. Now, over 50,000 educators, just that we know of, participated today, not just in the United States, but worldwide. So we're going to show you some of those videos right now. Right now, we're going to go all the way to Jordan to see how they rocked their school. Let's check it out.
It's Aya Abdelhadi from Amman, Jordan. Today I rocked my school with a Pirates theme. Now, Rock Your School always encourages me to do something different and outside the box, and today was definitely different. The goal or the aim of the lesson was to develop the students' observational skills as well as to help them formulate proper inquiry questions. I had fun. I know my students had fun too, and I'm definitely looking forward for next year.
So awesome. It was also National Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Yes.
Wait, give us your best pirate impression. Go.
Well, I used to watch Saturday Night Live, and there was this actor on there named Peter Sarsgaard, and he would always go, "My name's Peter Sarsgaard." So y'all don't get it. My friends in high school will.
Okay.
But that's
so
what I got.
Shout out to them.
Shout out T.O. Hannah, Anderson, South Carolina. Here we go. So tired.
What an awesome lesson that was. Now we're going to go over to Australia, and these teachers are actually going to be featured in our rockumentary,
which happens
happening tomorrow night. So we're going to talk about that. But tomorrow night we're going to be showcasing the preparation and Rock Your School from today from a ton more schools. So let's go all the way to Australia to check out how they rocked their school.
Hi, I'm Brad.
I'm Fairley, and we're from a school in Australia in Victoria called Meredith Primary School. I teach grade 4-5.
And I teach grade 5-6.
And we have just rocked our school!
Yes, complete, all done. Impacted my students in many ways. Firstly, it was the fun and the engagement levels that were had by all. They showed great teamwork with their peers, and hopefully that leads on into further learning in the classroom as well.
So in my day, pretty much stayed the timetable stayed the same, so I still kept my literacy and my numeracy at the same times, but they just did it in a different way. So our reading was done around a campfire, and our maths was done with minties, which are Australian lollies. And we just did it in a different way, and some of them didn't even realise they were learning, which was pretty cool as well. So,
looking forward with my teaching, I'm already starting to think about how I can implement these things to do them termly, and how they can match in with my other areas that I have to teach. The whole survivor concept and the challenges and hunting for clues was so engaging. For the students, it's actually made me think of multiple different ways how I can actually bring them forward and use them in my teaching, so that then that engagement continues in my classroom. Definitely. Already thinking about what we can plan in the future and what's to come. So it's going to be great.
Yep.
Hopefully Rock Your School 2020 is
2020.
something big to come.
Yep. But for now, we're going to bed. We're tired.
Yes. Exhausted.
Beautiful. Thanks, guys. Yes.
They're like us right now. It's totally awesome. Fairly's actually watching. She's in the comments right now. So it's probably tomorrow in Australia right now. So she rocked her school yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Yep, it is.
We don't teach time zones.
It's tomorrow.
Yes, that's right. I think that's right. So speaking of Rock Your School 2020, should we just announce it now?
Let's do it.
Let's just do it. Let's just give away all the announcements right now. Rock Your School is going to its 3rd annual Rock Your School Day, September 24th, 2020. Save the date now. Add it in your calendar. Some people are probably going to start planning tomorrow. You're going to be rocking your school. Hope. How many educators do you want next year? Do you want to set your goal now, or?
Oh, that makes me really nervous.
Okay, let's just wait then.
Okay, well, I mean, last year it was 30,000.
This
year
year
it was 50. So I say we just keep with the trend, and next year we shoot for 75.
Oh, she jumped. She jumped a little more.
You got to dream big, people.
75. All right, next year, 75,000 educators are going to rock their school.
We better start having them registered now.
Yeah, because they will never do it.
This week, we're going to post, if you're going to rock your school next year, we're going to start that registration now, because here's the thing. You have to register.
Yeah,
Otherwise we don't know.
Were you shushing me, or is that someone else?
Huh?
Were you going shh?
No, I did.
Oh, I thought he was telling me to be quiet.
I need to get these guys to bed.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Rock Your School 2020, we hope you'll be participating. We have one more surprise. So, wait, I'm going to have you hop over there.
Yes.
And I'm going to bring Miss Moss.
No, we have 2 more surprises.
2 more surprises.
Oh, so many surprises.
Yes.
Goodness
Oh,
gracious.
give me a wink. All right, Miss Moss and Miss
I
Good,
remember.
coming up
I
here.
remember Chase.
We're going to have to squeeze.
Okay, we're going to squeeze. Act like we love each other.
I can stand right here. There we go. There we go. There we go. First of all, we want to thank you all so much for having us here at West Bay. I mean, this has been incredible.
They are amazing.
I mean, literally dreams came true over the last 2 days. So just thank you so much for all your kindness, your love, your generosity, and just having a heart for education.
Well, we love you all and everything you're doing here. Incredible things. So, Hope and Wade have a surprise for you first, and then I'll give you your next surprise, unless you want to give both.
I don't know which one you're talking about, so I better give both.
Okay, give both. Give both.
Okay, because I don't know what you're gonna do.
I'll do one.
Okay.
I'll do mine first.
I don't know what any surprise.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone just say their surprise on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
No, don't do that. All right. Well, Hope and I want to give all of your teachers Set the Stage to Engage the subscription for free. So year-long subscription.
We want to give you guys resources to continue doing. They're already doing so many incredible things,
Right.
but we want to give you the extra resources to maybe take it the next step. So every one of your teachers will be getting that. And then the next surprise is, since you both are so amazing, we would love to invite you both to the national conference. Get your teach on.
Yeah.
They've never been.
We've never been. No. We were headed to Texas, but a little thing called Hurricane Michael took our budget away. So thank you so much. Oh my goodness. We will see you there.
We cannot wait to see you there. And Lead On will be there as well, so you'll be able to be part of that. So we
Yep.
cannot wait to see you guys this summer at the national conference.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Well, that's that's a wrap for things here at West Bay Elementary. But tomorrow night, we're going to be continuing the Rock Your School magic with our official Rockumentary happening at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the Get Your Teach On Facebook page. So we're going to be giving you all the behind the scenes of today, from the early morning setup, from last night, the teachers setting up the teachers' classrooms, and sharing out the incredible things happening throughout the world today. So we can't wait to see you tomorrow night at Facebook at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Signing off from West Bay Elementary, this is Rock Your School 2019, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.